Can you use the Indian rupees in Bali? Well, the simple answer is no, because Bali is a part of Indonesia, and in Indonesia, they use the Indonesian rupiah as their currency. But if the question is, can you convert the Indian rupees in Bali? Well, the answer is yes, but it is not something that we recommend. It's a little bit complicated, and hence we have this video. Okay, so guys, I'm Raja Daryanani and I'm an Indonesian born of Indian origin. I've traveled between Indonesia and India literally my entire life. So I know a thing or two about these two countries and their local culture. Bali is a super beautiful place, and if you're planning to visit Bali, that's a really good choice. Because as per our experience, there are only two types of people in this world: people who love Bali and people who have never visited Bali. It's nearly almost impossible to actually go to Bali and not love Bali. This video is a part of the special Bali playlist which we have made, specially designed for Indians planning to visit Bali anytime soon. We have a number of videos and you might want to consider watching a number of them before your trip to Bali for some tips and tricks. This video is about currency. In our next video, we will discuss on how much should your Indian rupees be worth in Bali. Today, Bali is more India friendly. There are more number of Indian restaurants and the number of money changers accepting Indian rupees also have increased. So the short answer to your question is yes, you can actually convert your Indian rupees in some money changers in Bali. Not all money changers accept the Indian rupees, but there are some money changers that do accept the Indian rupees, but the rates are not that very favorable. And another issue that you would get is that even if the rates are favorable, the problem is that you will most likely get scammed in these money changers. Apart from beautiful beaches and amazing beach clubs, Bali is also famous for their money changer scams. Now, you might go inside there, the money changer, and you think that you're getting a good rate. They give you the money, you count the money, and you give it back to them. They tie it down, and then during the entire process, with an amazing sleight of hand, they remove a few notes. On the table, there's a hole, and then while they're calculating the money, while they're counting the money, they drop their few notes down and hand it over to you. You leave the money changer thinking that you got an amazing deal, and they're also pretty happy because they scammed you. By the time you realize that you have been scammed, you can't go back and you have lost some money in the transaction. So our advice is do not go to small money changers, even if their rates are super fantastic and even if they are the only ones accepting Indian rupees. So now what do you do when you run out of cash and you need Indonesian rupiah? Well, the solution and our advice is to actually bring US dollars. Yes, this would mean that you need to convert your Indian rupees to US dollars first in India, and then once you land in Indonesia, that is only when you convert your US dollars to Indonesian rupiah. The next thing to note is that when you should convert your US dollars to Indonesian rupiah. Should you convert them in the airport? The answer is yes, but you need to convert only a minimum amount for the next 2-3 days. Do not convert all your money in the airport because the airport do not provide a very favorable rate. Change your US dollars in the city. There are plenty of money changers all around Bali, and you would be getting a better rate compared to the ones you'll be getting in the airport. Change your money slowly. Change only for the next 2-3 days because money changers are easily available. And it is actually more easier if you prepaid your entire Bali tour. That way you wouldn't need to bring that much rupiah, or you don't need to carry that much cash around everywhere you go. And in the worst case situation, if you're in Bali and you plan to go for a ATV ride, you plan to go for some snorkeling, you plan to go for diving, you plan to go for the Bali swing, and you run out of your Indonesian rupiah, where you have nothing to fear because your US dollars will be valid anywhere you are in Bali. Now, this is totally different compared to the Indian rupees. If you bring the Indian rupees, you cannot use the Indian rupees as a form of transaction, but you can use the US dollars as a form of transactions, and all these places, this adventure parks and all these activities do accept US dollars as well. Of course, the rates won't be as favorable, but this is an emergency situation and you have nothing to worry about because you have US dollars in your pocket. We also have a special Bali tour package designed specially for Indians planning to visit Bali. So you won't have any issue whether you're a veg, whether you're Jain, whether you wish to go to some sightseeing places. We have got it everything covered. To get the details, you can drop us an email and one of our team members shall get in touch with you as soon as possible. In our next video, we have explained about how much should your Indian rupees be valued in Bali, and you can view the video right here. If you're planning a trip anytime soon to Bali, we definitely recommend you to join our Bali mailing list specially designed for Indians, which you can do right here. This is Raja from Adira Travels, and we can't wait to see you in Bali. Let's hope that you have some fun in Bali. Stay safe, keep smiling, and see you next time. Bye-bye.